Chale, let's start with Adab al-Mufrad. This is a long hadith. Let's try to do this quickly. Maybe we don't do the should we do the isnad? I'll just do the isnad. I'll just quickly do it and we can focus on the hadith, inshallah. We're in hadith number 18, still on the chapter of parents. There's about 46 hadith in the chapter of parents, okay? So here in Imam al-Bukhari rahimahullah, he says, حدثنا محمد ibn Abdul Aziz, right? That Muhammad ibn al-Aziz narrated to him, who said, قال حدثنا عبد الملك بن الخطاب بن عبيد الله, and Abdul Malik bin Khattab bin Ubaidullah, Ibn Abi Bakra, that's his full name. That's a long name, right? Abdullah bin Malik ibn Khattab bin Ubaidullah bin Abi Bakra, that's al-Basri. Abhi the pura naam bhi nahi complete. The whole name didn't even complete. Al-Basri, so he was from Basra. Al-Basri means somebody who was from Basra. So this person, he heard it from Al-Basra. لقيته بالرملة. لقيته, I found him, I met him. Okay. When we say liqa, liqa means what? Meeting, right? To meet somebody. It's liqa. لقيت, I met somebody. لقيته, I met him in Ramla. Ramla is the name of a city. Okay. Understood?
Yes.
Okay. You know the word liqa that I said? No?
I know the word liqa because I've heard in Arabic cartoons ila liqa.
Yeah.
Liqa.
I
So
thought
it
it was
means
in
until we
Urdu
meet.
too. I think it was in Urdu too that you find it, but there's like in the Quran, it comes a lot. I think we've talked about it before. Okay. So liqa. Okay. Liqa. For example, here Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says, فَذُوقُوا بِمَا نَسِيتُمْ, then taste what you have forgotten, liqa yawmikum, your meeting of the meeting of y'all's day, meaning the day of judgment. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says, you forgot about the day of judgment, now taste the meeting, liqa. Okay, this comes a lot in the Quran in reference to meeting on the day of judgment, meeting Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala on the day of judgment. هذا إنا نسيناكم, and today we have forgotten you. Okay, we are, so meaning Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says, I have forgotten you because you forgot this day, meaning I have forgotten you as a of course Allah doesn't forget, right? That's not what it means. It means I don't care about you this day, right? Your days are your days of doing tawbah are gone now. Okay, وَذُوقُوا عَذَابَ الْخُلْدِ, and then taste the punishment of eternity. Khuld. Khuld means eternity. بِمَا كُنْتُمْ تَعْمَلُونَ, for what you used to do. Okay, so the word comes a lot in the Quran, liqa. Okay, where is it? I don't like Zoom. Okay, لقيته بالرملة. قال حدثني راشد أبو محمد. Okay, Rashid Abu Muhammad, he told me عن شهر, from Shahr bin Hawshab. Shahr bin Hawshab. Okay, عن, from Darda, from Darda, who was the wife of radiallahu anha, who was the wife of Abu Darda. عن أبي الدرداء رضي الله عنهما. قال, he said. Okay, so this is a hadith of Abu Darda. He said, now, you guys can take turns to read, maybe. Rahat, why don't you start with the first four, and maybe she could do the last four. There's 8 pieces of advice here.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. لا تشرك بالله شيئا
What about this? What about this part?
Okay. أوصاني رسول الله um أوصاني رسول
بتسع.
الله صلى الله عليه وسلم.
Mhm.
I don't know what Awsani is, but Tisa is 8.
وصية وصية
Oh, okay.
وصية أوصاني he advised me. Wasiya means advice. Okay.
Um,
Wasiyat
Rasulullah.
In Urdu we say wasiyat, right?
Yes.
Yes. That means something that some elders give to you as a advice or as money or something that they give you, that is an important piece that they're giving to you. Awsani Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam bi tis'in. Okay, go ahead. What did,
Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam gave me 8 advices. لا تشرك بالله شيئا وإن قطعت أو حرقت
قطعت أو حرقت.
قطعت أو حرقت.
Okay, pause. Yeah, that's number one.
Do
What does it
not
mean?
لا تشرك do not make sharik with Allah
Mm-hmm.
بالله شيئا with anyone. وإن قطعت I don't know what
Qata. Qata. In Urdu we say qata karna. What does that mean?
Oh, okay. Family ties, like break family ties? No, not
Yeah,
family.
typically, no, it doesn't have to be family. It just means to cut. Okay.
To cut off.
In
Oh, hurrata.
qutti'ata, if you were cut into pieces. Wa in qutti'ata. If you were, if in means if, okay?
Okay.
If you were cut into pieces. This is passive voice. قطعت. Qata, it's ku. It's with the dhamma. Inshallah, we will learn all of that later on. But it means if you were cut into pieces, أو
Hurricta.
uh,
What is that?
حرق حرق उर्दू में क्या कहते हैं आग से it's related to fire.
Or you're put in fire?
Yes, if you're burnt up.
Oh, so do not make a sharik with Allah with anyone, o- o- even
Even.
if you
Mhm.
are cut into pieces or thrown into fire. Oh,
Yes.
okay.
Okay.
لا تشرك
Is this a
بالله
this is a
شيئا
this
وإن
is this is a
قطعت.
true statement? Of course. This hadith is Hasan. It's there's debate over some last parts of it. Inshallah, we will talk about that briefly. But here, okay. So you know the story of the first shuhada of Islam. What were their names? The first martyrs
I cannot
in the
recall.
Sirah. Have you heard the name Sumaya,
I
Yasir,
think I have. No,
Ammar? Okay, you don't
no,
know the story. Have you seen the movie Message?
I have.
The Message? Okay, you
Yes,
remember that scene where they start to beat the Muslims the first time? And then
yes.
they take them and then they take the a big neza jise kehte hain, with like a big
Oh,
stake and they stick into that woman. I
right,
don't know if
right,
you
right.
remember
Stretch,
that
stretching
scene.
also. They were
Yes, the
stretching their
stretching,
arms and
exactly.
legs.
So that was the
Yes.
family of Yasir. Yasir
Oh,
and the woman, the first shaheed, the first martyr in Islam actually was a woman. Her name was Sumayya. She was the first one who was martyred in the path of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. First person to believe was Khadija radiallahu anha, a woman. First martyr in Islam was also a woman, Sumayya. Subhanallah. Okay. So why am I telling you that? Okay, that scene, uh, the mother was tortured and killed, right? And made Shaheed Sumaya. The father was tortured and killed. His name was Yasser. Ammar was the son. Okay, if I'm not wrong, he was then afraid of dying. Obviously, he was being tortured as well. So the kuffar were telling him, "You need to say the name of the idols or whatever, and don't and stop believing." Okay. Did he eventually say, just not in his heart, but on his tongue, okay, I don't believe in Muhammad, I don't believe in Allah or whatever they made him say at that time? Yes, he did. Can you do that to save your life? Yes, you can. Okay. Anyway, that's a strict discussion. But in your heart, you should never do shirk of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So take that as the meaning. Okay. Take that as the meaning because we have evidence in the Quran. There's ayat as well. For example, I don't know why I'm going into this, but if you look at Surah Al-Ankabut, okay, Surah Al-Ankabut, I forget the number. Surah Al-Ankabut. I'll just search it right here. Okay, Surah Al-Ankabut. Uh, no, it's not in Ankabut. It's somewhere else. Anyway, there's an ayah in the Quran which speaks about uh, that it was revealed in uh, for the reason of this Ammar bin Yasir radiallahu anhu. He claiming in front of the mushrikun that I don't really believe, but in his heart he really believed, and he went back to Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam, being very very guilty, saying I said this in front of them, even though I don't really believe. And Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam reassured him that in your heart you don't believe, but on the tongue you can say, just to save your life. Anyway, I don't remember the references exactly, but I just want you to understand this. Don't think of this as an extreme statement. Okay, next one. You can do this first part. Rahat. Sorry, I went long.
ولا
Mhm.
ولا تتركن صلاة المكتوبة متعمدة
متعمي
ولا
متعمدا.
متعمدة. I'm
Mhm.
not used to these
I know, I
upper
know. It's okay.
kasras.
Mhm.
ولا تتركن, and do not leave salat, your salah, al-maktubata muta'ammida.
What
I don't
is
know what that
maktuba?
is. Maktub is written or desk or mm,
Written. Yes, that's what it means. Correct. Salat al-maktuba means the fard salah.
okay.
Maktub, that is mandatory, obligatory, something you must do by law, by Islamic law. It's called maktub or maktuba.
Maktub.
As-salat al-maktuba, meaning the fard salah. ولا تتركن الصلاة المكتوبة متعمدا. Okay. Uh, in Urdu we say amad kar lena. मैंने amad kar liya. What does that mean? No, we don't say this.
I,
I don't know. I'm just
I
I'm
don't
just
know.
mixing
I think
Arabic
I've
and
never
Urdu.
heard this person. Yeah.
No.
Muta'ammid, no.
Um, it
Maybe there
means
is a word, but I don't know.
deliberate, to deliberately, to force, not
Janbooj ke.
yeah, janbouj ke, exactly. Muta'ammidan,
Muta'ammid.
to do something deliberately. So
And
do
do not
not.
leave your prayers, the first prayer, intentionally or
Correct, correct,
intentionally, probably.
intentionally. Okay, what is this noon shadda doing over here? Because the verb is really tatruku. Okay, you should not leave, but it is tatrukanna. It's a exclamation point. It means you should absolutely not. You should definitely, absolutely never leave the fard salah intentionally. That's what it means. this noon shadda. Okay, it's for emphasis. Okay, it's called noon at-ta'kid. Okay, and then next.
ومن تركها متعمدا برئت منه ذمة.
Yes.
And who um, tarak leaves the intentionally,
He leaves it
bari'at, he
intentionally.
leaves
Correct.
it intentionally, bari'at minhu zimma. So he is responsible for that.
No. In Urdu, we also say bari. मैं तुमसे
Bari,
bari हो गया. What does that mean?
not bari,
Associated. To not
not
associate.
associated.
Yeah. हाँ. उसको
So,
वो bari हो गया. Meaning he's claimed innocent. Okay. It also means innocence. Okay. He's bari. He's not guilty. Right.
right.
Same. You know the Surah At-Tawbah. What is the other name of Surah At-Tawbah? Let me show you. What is the other name of Surah At-Tawbah? What does it start with?
Bara'atun.
Bara'atun min
Bara'at.
Allahi wa Rasuli.
Bara'at.
Yeah. It
Mm.
is a freeing or
Freedom
freedom
from
or
obligations.
innocence or leaving off or disassociation. Disassociation. So Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala here is saying Bara'atun min Allahi wa Rasuli. Allah and Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wasallam is disassociating you, O Muslims. Allah is giving permission to the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam and the believers that it is okay now to disassociate yourself from إِلَى الَّذِينَ عَاهَدتُّم مِنَ الْمُشْرِكِينَ, the ones who you have a treaty with, meaning they had a treaty with you, they broke the treaty. Now you can also disassociate with them. That treaty is no longer valid. Okay, this is how the surah starts. Anyway, you can look at the meaning. Where is it not showing up? Oh, okay. The discharge from all obligations from the polities of the believers who have entered treaties with. This is a longer story. I just wanted to show you this word, bara'a. Bara'a means to disassociate or to claim innocence or freedom from something. Okay. Now, this is
وَمَنْ
bari'a.
تَرَكَهَا.
Yeah,
Mm.
bari'at. Okay. So وَمَنْ تَرَكَهَا مُتَعَمِّدًا, whoever leaves the salah, leaves it intentionally, bari'at minhu dhimma. Dhimma, what is dhimma?
Responsibility or
Sure. Yeah, responsibility. Exactly. So it is the responsibility of Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam to take care of all of the Muslims, to protect them, to give them protection, right? So Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam here is saying, whoever leaves the salah intentionally, I have no longer, he's no longer under my protection.
oh, okay. This is what it means. Okay.
Okay.
Bari'at minhu zimma.
Mm-hmm.
Bari'at
Yeah. His
minhu zimma.
responsibility, my responsibility, zimma over him is I'm freed from it, meaning I don't have a responsibility over him.
Okay.
Do you see the seriousness of leaving salah? Yeah.
Mm.
Okay. Basically, you can pretty much, some of the scholars would use this and say, whoever leaves the salah intentionally, it is not only a major sin, you actually have done kufr. Okay. Some scholars would say that. Anyway, this is a much longer discussion. Continue.
ولا ولا تشربن الخمر
Yes.
تشربن الخمر
This noon
فإن
shadda over here has the same effect as this effect. تتركن تشربن. Okay.
الخمر فإنها مفتاح كل شر.
Mm.
Okay, so and who has drunk khamar. Because
And do
khamar is
not,
not.
wala, and do not.
Oh, and do not drink. Khamar, is it alcohol?
Yes, khamr.
Okay.
Mhm.
فَإِنَّهَا مِفْتَاحُ كُلِّ شَرٍ. And he has opened the key or opened the path for all shar.
No, because it is,
Oh,
because it is.
فَإِنَّهَا.
فإنها, because it is. Khamr is feminine, okay? ولا
Okay.
تشربن الخمر فإنها, because it is مفتاح كل شر, it is a key to all evil.
Okay.
Alcohol. Okay, got it?
Yes.
Okay, great. Mavis, your turn.
وَأَتِي وَالِدَيْكَ وَإِنْ أَمَرَكَ
أمراك
أن تخرج من دنياك فاخرج فاخرج لهما
mm.
وَأَتِي وَالِدَيْكَ and obey the parents.
Obey both your parents. Yes, perfect. Very nice.
Obey both your parents. وَإِنْ أَمْرَكَ
Amaraka. Okay, Amar means command. Amara, he commanded. Amara with the alif, they both commanded. Okay, they both commanded, both of them. It's a dual. Wa in amaraka, and if they both command you, order you,
if they both command you أن تخرج um, that you
min,
leave
mhm,
min dunyaka
yeah,
from dunya
from your dunya.
from your yaka from your dunya
Yeah.
فاخرج
If you uh, get out of your dunya, I'll explain what that means.
then فاخرج لهما then
Mm.
la- then you should leave or
Yep, you
for them
should get
for,
out for
for
them, for them, meaning for their sake. Okay,
and
so yeah, let me explain. وَأَطِعْ وَالِدَيْكَ, and you obey your parents. وَإِنْ أَمَرَاكَ, even if they command you to أن تخرج من دنياك, to leave your worldly desires. Meaning, if you want to do something, okay, let's say you're you want to go out to shopping mall, and your mom tells you, no, you shouldn't go. You shouldn't go because you are leaving for your sake, and you obey your parents for their sake. Okay, it doesn't mean you die. This means you leaving your dunya, what you want to do in this world, for their sake. So you obey your parents in such a way that they command you to do something, you do it, even if you don't want to do it. Even this means that you put your desires to the side for the sake of your parents. That's what it means. Okay. Now, this is a spiritual perfection. This doesn't mean necessarily that if they're telling you to do something completely unreasonable, that you can't have a discussion about that. Okay, that doesn't mean that. Okay, like for example, if your parents don't want you to go, I don't know, to college in a different city, try not to go if it's possible, to please them, even if you dislike it, because you will get tremendous reward from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. That's what it means. Okay, continue. Any
well
questions on that? Hmm?
Bala tunazi'anna and
Hmm.
do not arguments with them.
Yes, good job. How did you know that? Tanazu
تنازع
from Urdu.
تنازع جي
Good.
تنازع
And do not argue.
and وال والآتا
Wulat al-amr, meaning the
ولا
authorities. This means the authorities, those who are in charge. Wulat al-amr. Wali al-amr. Have you heard Wali al-amr? I'm sure you have. Yeah, that means the leader, right? Yeah, the one who is responsible, the protector of all affairs, meaning he's the leader. Wulat, this is a plural. Wulat al-amr, those who are in authority. وَلَا تُنَازِعَنَّ وُلَاةَ الْأَمْرِ, and do not, what?
arguments with them.
Yeah, do not argue with authorities.
وإن رأيت أنك أنت
That's an expression. Try to just translate this part. Even if, yeah.
رأيت, what was رأيت?
Ra'a, to see.
Okay. Even though you see
That
أنك
you, yeah, that you, annaka. Even if you see that you are
the only one.
you. Annaka anta. Meaning, even if you think you're right. وَإِنْ رَأَيْتَ أَنَّكَ أَنْتَ. Even if you think you are right. So do not argue with authorities, even if they're wrong and you are right. Okay. Again, this is a matter of perfection. Or ordinarily, you would never want to argue with authority. Those are in charge. Why? Why? And is this important in Islam?
Because Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala,
No, of course,
commands.
Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala wants you to do that. It's in the Quran too. It's on the Quran as well. Let me show you. It's in the Quran. Here, it's in the Quran. يا أيها الذين آمنوا أطيعوا الله وأطيعوا الرسول وأولي الأمر منكم. All believers, obey Allah, obey the Prophet, and the leaders, the authorities among you, those who are in charge among you. فَإِن تَنَازَعْتُمْ فِي شَيْءٍ فَرُدُّوهُ إِلَى اللَّهِ. Okay? But if you think that you have an argument against them, then return it back to Allah and His Messenger, meaning go back to the Prophet if you disagree. In kuntum tu'minuna billahi wal yawmil akhir. So this is from the Quran. Okay? All of this stuff is from the Quran. Okay? Essentially. So what does it mean? Do not argue with authorities, even if you think they're wrong and you are right. Okay, next.
ولا
Okay,
تفرق.
yeah, one important thing I wanted to tell you. This is in the Quran, meaning in many places, right? It's the biggest sin you can commit is shirk, right? And the prayer is super important. It's all over in the Quran. Okay, there's not just one ayah. There's many ayahs we can say. Then alcohol is forbidden from the Quran. This is also in the Quran, correct? And obeying your parents and being nice to your parents is also in the Quran in many places. Okay, then this one is also in the Quran. And do not argue with authorities, even if you think you're right. Okay. Oh, by the way, we were talking about why. Why shouldn't you argue? Because it creates chaos, right? Let's say in a masjid, the imam is giving a khutbah or somebody speaking in the masjid, and people disagree with what he's saying, and they just start standing up and screaming at him, what's going to happen?
Yeah, there will be chaos everywhere and no one
Exactly,
will.
it'll be chaos. So Islam promotes social harmony, so you shouldn't do that. This doesn't mean if the leaders, authorities are doing something wrong, you cannot correct them. There's other ways to do that, right? You can have a conversation later on, don't debate or argue, get a petition, have other people, get a party together to go have a conversation in a meeting with the authorities, like we disagree with this and that, whatever. That's not argument, right? This is like just to prevent chaos. You should never do that. Clear? Anyway, there's a lot more there that I'm not going to talk about. This is a very politically charged uh, topic, I should say. Okay, as you can see, for example, you should you have protests against the government or not? Right? It's that kind of thing. Even if you're in a dictatorship, what should you do? Should you just remain in the dictatorship, or should the people of the country have a right to protest against the authorities against the government or not? So this is a very, 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 very big, complex topic. Anyway, next one.
Okay.
Sorry?
Yeah, 6 ayah. Number 6, right?
Number 6, yes.
وَلَا تَفْرُرْ مِنَ الزَّخْفِ وَإِنْ
Yeah.
زَخْفِ وَإِنْ هَلَكْتَ وَفَرَّ أَصْحَابُكَ.
Yeah. Tafru from farar. From firar, from running away. Okay?
And do not
Wala
run
do not run away. Min
from
zahaf, from advancement in battle, basically. Zahaf. When you're going forth in battle and you're moving forward toward the enemy, do not run away. This is also in the Quran, by the way. Okay?
and do not run away from the battle.
Yes, from advancing toward the enemy. Even if, wa in.
Halakta, even you die.
Yes, even if you are even if you're killed. Yeah, halakta. Halak hoga hona. Yeah, even if you died.
And farar maybe ashabuka, wa farra ashabuka.
Yes.
And companions, and do not.
And even if your companions run away, you should never run away, even if you're killed or your other soldiers also run away.
Right.
Yeah, just because others run away doesn't mean you should run away.
You should.
Okay.
That one is wa anfik min tawlika alal akhlik.
Ala ahlik, yeah. What is infaq? Not nifaq, but infaq. To spend money, to spend in charity, spend on something.
Okay. Spend
From tawlik. Tawl. Okay. Tawl means ability, capacity. Okay. Then spend from your capacity, meaning what Allah enabled you with. Okay. Tawl. Tawlik, from your capacity. And spend from within your capacity ala ahlik. On your
ahlik.
Yep, family, exactly. But in ahl is typically used for wives, okay? For spouses, for wives. Then spend from your given ability on your wives. Okay, that's what it means. Okay?
ولا ترفع.
Yeah, and now this is a debated statement.
ولا ترفع عصاك عن أهلك وأخفهم في الله.
Yes. ترفع يرفع, to raise. Okay. Asa, what is asa? Stick, right?
Yes.
Yeah. And do not raise the stick from. The preposition here is really important. وَلَا تَرْفَعْ عَصَاكَ عَنْ, meaning do not raise the stick from, meaning don't remove the stick from your wife, meaning keep the stick on her. Do not take it away. Okay, this is the an. Okay, there's another hadith. It says ala ahlik, and do not وَلَا تَرْفَعْ عَصَاكَ عَلَى أَهْلِكَ, and do not raise the stick on your wife, which has a completely opposite meaning. Okay. This is a longer discussion. I'm not going to get into it, but basically, Rasulullah Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam never beat anybody, never beat their wives. Okay, and how you have to understand this hadith in context. There's a whole long discussion I don't want to get into, but we're already quite late because this is a long hadith. وَلَا تَرْفَعْ عَصَاكَ عَنْ أَهْلِكَ, and do not raise the stick away, meaning always have the stick on your wives. وَأَخِفْهُمْ فِي اللَّهِ جَلَّ جَلَالُهُ, and make them fear. Make them fear. Okay? Have them instill fear of Allah in them. وَأَخِفْهُمْ فِي اللَّهِ.
Adnan,
Okay?
hey, question. What does stick over here depicts or represent? Is it the
Authority.
control? Is it the
Yes.
authority? Okay.
And it could be
Got it.
physical stick as well. Okay. Again, like I said, this is very debated. Addition to this hadith. A lot of there's some hadith that only talk about. Okay, this is also in the Quran, right? Okay, this is also in the Quran. All of this is from the Quran, by the way. None of this is new information. This is all in the Quran. In this hadith is not bringing necessarily new information. So anyway, so now we're done. Let's just review very quickly. لا تشرك بالله شيئا, do not associate. Okay, no, starting from the top. أوصاني رسول الله صلى الله عليه وسلم بتسع. Rasulullah صلى الله عليه وسلم advised me on 9, meaning 9 things. لا تشرك بالله شيئا, do not associate anything with Allah. وإن قطعت أو حرقت, even if you are cut into pieces or you are burnt up. ولا, number 2, ولا تتركن الصلاة المكتوبة متعمدا, and do not ever leave the fard salat al-maktuba intentionally. ومن تركها متعمدا, and whoever leaves it intentionally, برئت منه الذمة, he is absolved from responsibility of protection essentially. ولا تشربن الخمر, and do not ever absolutely drink alcohol. فإنها مفتاح كل شر, because it is the key to all evil. وأطع والديك, and obey both of your parents. وإن أمراك أن تخرج من دنياك فاخرج لهما, and even if they ask you to leave your worldly desires, then leave it for them, for their sake. ولا تنازعن ولاة الأمر, and do not debate or argue with authorities. وإن رأيت أنك أنت, even if you see that you are on the right. ولا تفرر من الزحف, and do not run away from advancement toward the enemy. وإن هلكت وفر أصحابك, even if you are killed or your companions run away. وَأَنْفِقْ مِنْ طَوْلِكَ عَلَى أَهْلِكَ, and spend from your given ability on your wives, on your family. وَلَا تَرْفَعْ عَصَاكَ عَنْ أَهْلِكَ, and do not raise the stick upon, no, do not move the stick away from your family. وَأَخِفْهُمْ فِي اللَّهِ جَلَّ وَعَلَى, and instill the fear of Allah in them.